It's too close. You see my man. Once you are back like this. But even what I'm seeing here now, this is the wearing code. No, you don't want to see. You do further supervision. See the quality, even from here, you can see the quality of the drain. This one is the one we saw in the other side. Even seeing what they are. Because of future development. Come and see inside. And you can tell I'm not saying for the people like this. Anybody who is giving us drink that the person will go and demolish it. And you guys want to make profit. Why would you not make profit? You make now, it's normal profit now.
Honorable Commissioner.
We need quality jobs because the governor expects that the money of Deltans work for Deltans. 2, we need speed because the economy and the fluctuations in terms of our currency will not wait for anybody. We are not expecting any contractor that will just take the job, have your award letter, and you go home and begin to wait for price variation. We will not tolerate that. That's why we have also been able to mobilize them so that the moment you get your award letter, you proceed to site and you hit the ground running. But we are not going to sacrifice the quality of the job on the altar of that speed. Now, before coming here, like you rightly mentioned, we have had cause to inspect some of the roads we are constructing in Sapele. Of course, you know Sapele is one of our urban centers. The entire roads we are constructing there, that's the administration, is almost 15 kilometers. But for our own Ministry of Rural and Riverine Roads, we are supervising as much as 13 point something kilometers of that stretch, almost 13.7 kilometers of that roads, those roads that we are doing in constructing in Sapele. We have also impressed it upon the contractors to move with speed. We could see that the one being handled by Wischino, they are making a whole lot of progress. You were with us in Benin Road and some other roads that we inspected. The other road that we inspected, it was not long, just about a week ago that we gave the award letter to the contractor. They have been able to bring in their surveyors. They are trying to take a look at the alignments, and they have assured me that in the next 48 hours, their equipment will be on site. For that particular construction company, that is the first thing we are giving to them in this administration. And I've also made it clear that Governor Sheriff Oborowori will not give you a job because you have a godfather. He will not give you a job because you are going to bring a red fowl or a white chicken. He will give you job and more jobs if you are able to meet up with quality and you are able to give us speed. The reason is that he believes that the money that belongs to Deltans must work for them. For this contractor, Obakbo Roadman Construction Enterprises, I am very impressed with what I have seen. I am impressed with their speed. I am also impressed with the quality of job they have done. You could see that along this stretch, which is about 15.75 kilometers, they have done some form of regulation in some areas that have completely failed. The reason is that they also expect that our brothers and sisters who commute along this corridor are still able to make use of this road even while construction is going on. That is a very good thing. We encourage other companies to also do the same. There are 2 major structures that have to give way. I understand that the valuer have already had a discussion with the owners of the building. It's just that we want to be humane in our approach. You could see that those buildings were recklessly erected along the stretch. How do you just wake up and just build a house in the middle of a road? But because we want to be humane, that is why we are considering ordinarily those 2 buildings were not qualified for compensation. But we don't just want it to look as if we are subjecting them to some form of hardship at a time like this. But the fact is that they didn't act right, the people who erected those buildings, because they were just at the center of the road. But those buildings, I understand, valuer have been able to interact with the owners, and they have already reached certain compromise. So the fact is that those two buildings will go to enable us have a stretch along that Benin Road in Sapele.